Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. That'll be taken in the end zone. Decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Keenum now on first down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. On first and 10, Keenum throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And they'll run it here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
But he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, yo, let's go, let's go. Down.
Keenum now on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Calais Campbell in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On second down, here's Keenum. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Hireman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. To throw, it's Keenum. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. And a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things
interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Bortles to try again after the pick six. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 46 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Bortles. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And now running right through it. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Sunday.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now Bortles again. That one complete to Yeldon. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A big 30-yard play on third. Into the red zone. It's Bortles. Flush to his right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Again, it's Bortles. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on it a little bit more.
Bortles to throw once more. This will be caught at about the 5. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
Yeah, you heard it, right? You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do. Tighten down everything they're doing, and then maybe explode at the right time.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Left side here to Sanders. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
To throw is Keenum. Rolling to his left. And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, all right. Hey, orange.
They go play action here on first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Keenum to throw again. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Keenum again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian-Jenkins. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles escaping the pressure right. Fighting through pressure, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
So one. Quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. From the gun, it's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Keenum going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And now they'll throw with Keenum. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Roger. Roger. Check that. What Mike 52 right here. Hey, orange. Hey, 50. Mary left. Watch twist. Get hot.
Out of the gun, Keenum. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On is the punter, King, to send it away. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Bortles going to throw. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Bortles. He finds Yeldon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Hey.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
372.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 24 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Forced out to his left. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go, let's go. Green 80.
Now Bortles again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dante Moncrief. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, a nice spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Here's Keenum now on second down. Steps away to his left. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets them 9 yards and a first. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, let's go.
This is Freeman. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Take one, last 653. 22. 22.
No, not running. Keenum wants to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Keenum. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Now with the play clock winding down, Vance Joseph says, let's talk this over. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. To his knee goes Keenum, and that should be the ball game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.